Good evening, everybody. My name is Jack Johnson, and today I'll be talking about one of the most iconic campaigns ever, Be Like Mike by Gatorade. You've probably heard about this before, but let's dive a little bit deeper and learn more about the marketing strategy behind this great campaign. In 1991, Gatorade's goal was to position Gatorade as the go to sports drink for champions and inspire young athletes. Their first idea was to air a TV commercial and include a very memorable jingle. I dream I move, I dream I groove, like Mike. Instead of focusing on product benefits, it used emotional appeal and inspiration to connect with audiences old and young. Before we look at the advertisement itself and its impact, let's look a little bit about the company behind the advertisement. So Gatorade was founded in 1965, almost on accident, you could say. It was founded at the University of Florida when researchers used a science experiment to create a new hydration drink for athletes. It was first used by the Florida Gators and their athletic teams to combat dehydration, excuse me. It first gained national recognition when the Florida Gators football team went 8-2 in 1966 and claimed it was because of the Gatorade sports drink. Eventually, because of its popularity, it was bought out by Quaker Oats in 1983, and later acquired by PepsiCo in 2001. The company was doing just fine, but the biggest shift in branding came in 1991 when Michael Jordan signed a 10-year, $13.5 million deal to endorse Gatorade. This was a huge deal because not only was signing the biggest name in basketball and arguably the biggest name in sports at the time, but providing an athlete with this kind of money at this time was unheard of. This is more money than most athletes had in their salary from their contract from their teams, and was completely unheard of from an endorsement deal. Jordan's influence elevated Gatorade to global status, helping it expand internationally. Uh, Gatorade's target audience um, Gator's target audience was young athletes and basketball fans, and people of all ages could resonate with Michael Jordan and his huge influence. Parents were also a huge target. Gatorade became a drink parents encouraged for their kids. This ad originally leveraged Jordan's universal appeal, making it aspirational for young athletes worldwide. This quote is from the Bard College study on Gatorade. The intended reaction from the viewers is that if Michael Jordan drinks Gatorade, then so should I. This concept is what made people feel, yearn, or dream to be like Mike even before they had the drink in hand. The early 90s marketing strategy. Before digital tools, Gatorade relied on focus groups, surveys, and billboard advertising to understand consumers. This campaign skyrocketed sales, with revenues jumping from $681 million to over $1 billion in 1 year. It repositioned Gatorade beyond just a sports drink. It became a symbol of peak performance and success all across the world. Gatorade had a unique approach. Unlike most ads, the product wasn't shown right away. It focused on Jordan's athleticism first. Gatorade only appears 9 seconds into the commercial, reinforcing the emotional connection before product placement. This helped expand Gatorade globally, using Jordan's star power to introduce the brand in new international markets. The competition of Gatorade. Gatorade's biggest competition was Powerade, which was launched by Coca Cola in 1988. And if you remember earlier in the slides, Gatorade was bought out by Pepsi Cola, and Pepsi Cola and Coca Cola have always had a quote unquote beef. Another competitor, All Sport, entered the market in 1993 as a carbonated sports drink. Some counter campaigns included Powerade's response by signing Deion Sanders, a two-sport athlete, to challenge Jordan's influence. And you could argue at the time that Deion Sanders rivaled Jordan's influence in the media and in the sports world, because Deion Sanders was arguably as dominant on the football field as Michael Jordan was. And All Sport also signed Shaquille O'Neal, who was a huge dominant factor in the media and on the basketball court alongside Michael Jordan, who was one of his great rivals. But despite competition from both those brands, Gatorade controlled 80% of the market and maintained dominance. The aim of any campaign Jordan is attached to is to increase sales, boost awareness, or improve its image. This is a quote from Johnson and Harrington. Um, Advertising tactics in the campaign included pathos and ethos. And pathos, it inspired athletes to strive for greatness, and ethos, Jordan's reputation reinforced Gatorade's reliability. Um, just to talk about the integrated marketing communication strategy, it was used in TV ads, print media, and sports sponsorships for broad reach. And the Gatorade ad maintained consistent messaging across platforms, ensuring brand recognition. And it had early use of web engagement and digital marketing in the mid 90s. Relevance to our class, it ties to many advertising principles, and the Gatorade ad demonstrates the power of branding and how celebrity endorsements shape consumer behavior. Some historical and cultural relevance. Baby boomers' influence was heavily included in this. Parents who grew up with Jordan passed their admiration of not only him but also to the Gatorade product to their kids, creating generational brand loyalty from the parents to now our generation. Some of the impact of digital media. In the 1990s saw a rise of the web, allowing companies to expand their marketing beyond traditional media. Gatorade did an incredible job leveraging community building, brand loyalty, and early digital strategies to increase not only Michael Jordan's name and image, but their brand as well. Be Like Mike remains one of the most legendary ad campaigns, proving that great advertising isn't just about selling a product, it's about creating a movement. Thank you guys for your time, and I hope we can all learn to be like Mike in whatever it is we do. Thank you. There are my sources.